So, rather than respond to the britbong situation, you know, the guy that you promoted and gave a platform to, who's now allegedly sending CP to various creators and threatening to dox and SWAT and take people's channels down. He tried to take my channel down. Rather than talk about this guy, this psychopath that you promoted, you're gonna go pick a fight with James Charles about your clothes, I guess. Which, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm kinda on his side on this one. At the same time, it's Ethan. You know what I mean? Like, it's this situation where you can't let, you know, your judgment of somebody cloud what's going on. I'm kind of on Ethan's side on this one. It just makes the most sense. But at the same time, it's like, you're clearly active. You're clearly responding to drama. You're clearly, you know, in a dramatic mood. You're calling people out or whatever. Why not respond to the guy that you gave a platform to, the britbong stuff? That was pretty big, and you definitely ignored that. You were blocking my friends who were talking about it in your replies. You blocked me. Anyway, that's a separate situation. Still a little salty over that one. Oh god, I gotta get rid of that JT thumbnail. Okay, there we go. Alright, so Ethan tossed his tweet up last night. He says, I know we didn't invent color blocking, but I'm having a hard time with the new James Charles merch. It's the same exact design as Gila's, combined with the fact that his audience is so huge, many people assume that he designed it and start accusing us of plagiarism. What do you think? So here we have James Charles's new hoodie, and then we have the Teddy Fresh one. Now, the hood, yellow. The main area is blue, and then the side arm is green, and the other side arm is, pink, and even the sleeves match. They're both yellow on both things, and this one obviously came out earlier, whereas the James Charles one just came out. I think it's safe to say that there was some copying going on. I mean, come on now, it just looks too obvious. Now, James is going to deny this, and we'll read his statement in just a second, but still, come on now. In fairness to Ethan, this appears to be, copied. Ethan says it's possible it's all totally cosmic coincidence, but he used pretty much the identical colors here too. He at least moved them around a little bit. So here we have Ethan's merch. Then we have James Charles's merch. Now, yeah, you did appear to play with the colors a little bit, but, you know, I think that the only major difference is that there's like this, like, pouch area that's white. Whereas in the original, it's just all pink. So, yeah, I mean, it looks similar. I mean, this is obviously. Can we just say that it's copied? Like, come on now. As much as I don't like Ethan, this just appears to be copied. Jesus, what am I doing? I'm talking about this when I could be playing the brand new Mario All-Stars. Come on now. What am I doing? Gila shows some sketch sheet drawn in 2017 proving that it had, you know, been in design earlier. And then James Charles responded. He said, when you DM'd me yesterday, I sent you the original photo that inspired my collection. Explained I've never seen your brand, but also asked what you wanted me to do. You didn't reply. After last year, I vowed to keep conversations private and create solutions, not drama. If you'd like to continue our conversation and find a solution, my DMs are open. H3 then replies, I gave you permission to share a convo. You told me you were going to sell them anyway. You also admitted that the similarity wasn't a coincidence. I DM'd you because I wanted to keep this private, but I found your response combative and dismissive. Whew. Okay. So H3 got his fifis hurt in the DMs, and he decided to make it a public issue instead, I guess. I mean, I can kind of see both ways in this. Like, if he's kind of, you know, as the Brits say, slacking you off in DMs, and you want to make it a public issue, you want to blow his ass up or whatever, then, you know, fair enough or whatever. I mean, it does seem kind of petty, you know what I mean? But I do get his argument. You know, he is right. I mean, James Charles has a bigger platform than Ethan's, and so he's going to get all these little kiddies that buy his hoodie or whatever, and then they're going to see H3's hoodie, and they're going to be like, hey, wait a minute, this is H3 plagiarized James Charles, when it's probably the other way around, if I had to guess. Again, I don't know. I mean, my disdain for Ethan aside, it seems like on this issue, he's probably more in the right. However, this reply here is just, it's too funny, you know, and people are kind of using this as another example of him just snaking him. Yeah, they probably could have easily resolved this in the DMs, yet Ethan decides to blow this up and make this a public issue. Because he found his response combative and dismissive. Oh, wow. Wonderful. I mean, Again, I go both ways in this. I'm trying not to let my judgment cloud me over here. You know, Ethan has, you know, just proven over the summer to just completely just snake me and the entire community, you know. But at the same time, over here on this issue, it just seems like this is a little bit fucking retarded. Like, maybe they could have resolved this. Internet Unwind threw up an example. He says, it's an 80s fashion that other brands are also doing. I don't know, I really doubt Gila started the revival of the color block. It's probably just a coincidence showing, you know, this is not a new design that they're creating over here. This is not something that's like revolutionary that they've just, you know, you could argue that they've repopularized it, but this is an old ass fucking design for merch. I will say though, I mean, you know, going back to that original tweet, the colors are just too blatant. I mean, like, everything, even down to the sleeves, bro. And then, of course, except for the Teddy Fresh, you know, logo, it's James Charles' sister's icon. So Ethan said that, and then he dug up this old tweet. This is how, now we're getting into petty territory. I mean, as if the other territory wasn't considered petty, now we're getting into really petty. He says, he pulls up this old tweet from James Charles, from back in 2019. He said, James Charles says, there are only so many colors you can put into an eyeshadow palette. I'm not claiming to own specific colors, but when you copy the exact shades and layout from my palette without even trying to hide it, clown emojis. So he's got an issue people stealing his palette colors, but when it comes to hoodies, it's I guess, you know, down to the color. I don't know. He kind of got him on this one. I feel like, you know what I think happened here? I think Comment Cop found this, and because he's on the H3 payroll, I think he was, I think he might have flipped this over to Ethan. I think Comment Cop is on the case. He's on that payroll still. He tried to deceive us when he threw up that tweet, you know, saying that, oh, I'm not on the payroll. Look, I criticize Ethan, guys. Where is that one? I can't even find it. Oh, I criticize... Yeah. Here we go. I criticize Ethan. I'm not on the payroll. No, you're still on the payroll, bitch. I'm on to you. You're still on that fucking payroll. I know all of the inner workings of the community. Anyway, that's all I got for this case. Ethan, why so quiet though? Like, look, remember guys, I'm reporting this on my second account, on my RFC After Hours account, because you have me blocked on main. If I switch over here, and if I pull up H3, I'm blocked. Why aren't you talking about that guy, that psychopath you platformed on your podcast multiple times? That everybody warned you about, the entire community warned you about. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just, at this point, it's just ridiculous that there's no response. It's actually unbelievable to me that he would just choose to ignore this massive story. The one thing Keemstar has just majorly just pinned him on. He goes completely silent. Because that's how he works. It's like, if you have a little criticism that he can weasel his way around, he'll do it. But if you have something that he can just, there's no possible way he can respond to this well, he'll choose to ignore it instead of just take the L, or just admit to what he was doing. Very snaky behavior. H3 Productions, where are you at? Where's the response? Where is the accountability? Apologize, Ethan. Take care, everyone.